Oh, hey, bro. You okay?
Yeah, a lot of heat on that one.
Yeah.
Hey, what you got there?
Oh, that's nothing. That's nothing.
Playing.
Just a little while. Do you play?
A little.
How long?
Maybe a fortnight or so.
What?
Never mind, here's your file. Sorry, it's a little scorched.
Yeah, I can see that. Where'd you go? I'm sure it was an easy problem to handle.
Well, you see, some weirdo king decided that the proper way to motivate crowds of people was,
They're on.
you know, a fiery furnace.
It's almost.
Was it effective?
You've missed the point.
Why were you in a furnace?
3 men decided that they weren't gonna bow down to this statue, and, yeah.
Well, yeah, and I'm sure the boss wanted them saved.
Of course, yeah. Daniel 6:28.
Yeah.
Then Nebuchadnezzar said, "Praise be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent an angel to rescue his servants."
Yeah, I love one of my favorite, but spill it.
I need my job changed.
You know that's not how we work. Our job is divine intervention.
Calm down, man. I mean, angel.
I am calm. I just know you have some harebrained idea to turn into a rain cloud or something.
A rain cloud? Really? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I know you want to fight fighters, but the next thing you know, you're going to be calling yourself a fire extinguisher.
If I was going to go that far, I'd just call myself a super soaker. Come on.
I'm pretty sure that's copyrighted, and you're just blowing this out of proportion.
Fire, Mike, fire. Have you ever been in a fire before?
Oh, no.
It's hot,
Yeah.
It's stinky, and worst of all, it's smoky. That stuff doesn't get out of your feathers.
Yeah.
You see, I just want to put out fires.
Yeah. Humans are fragile. It'd be a mess to clean them up.
I know.
Stop ruffling my feathers.
Hey, Mikey. Got a delivery.
Cass, I told you not to call me Mikey. And this is a human print. This is an R&D.
I know, but the boss sent this to you too.
Here, let me see that.
All right.
Hey, Mikey, do you want me to drop an order into housekeeping
Just
for you?
leave. The door's right there. What's up with you? You're just done?
Well, you see, God has devoted a position to humans, one of great bravery and integrity. People who will put others before themselves and their own safety. They'll do many things besides fighting fires. For example, they'll assist those who need help in their community. They will educate children on safety. They'll be pillars to their community, and people will look up to them and be saved by them. They'll get really awesome trucks. They'll get the best dogs and really cool pulls. And those dogs I previously mentioned, they'll even have spots.
Well, that's pretty useful. And everyone deserves a good boy, but what do the spots have to do with it?
Have you ever played with a spotted dog, Mike?
You mean like Snoopy?
Exactly.
Well, hey. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you.
It's an honor, sir.
It's an honor. Well, I think that's my 30-minute break. Want to grab a brownie?
Yeah, sure, let's go. Come on, Cass.
You know I'm on a diet, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, but
your cheat day.
It's a cheat day.
Oh, I left my switch over there.
All right? Yeah? Can you guys hear me? You can't hear me? Don't you take this off?
He's hard of hearing.
No. I got it. Hang on. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Is that better? All right. Well, good morning. How's it going today? Good. Well, I'm Lieutenant Firefighter Casey Hanlon. I'm with Tyro Fire Department.
And I'm firefighter Chance Brake from Tyro FD. He's missing something. He's Assistant Chief Chance Brake. And then I'm Lieutenant Davis. So you guys got all officers on stage right now.
So this morning I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what I'm wearing, what firefighters wear, and how it protects us in a fire. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is our gloves. One of the more important things we wear is our gloves. In a fire, it's very, very hot, as you can imagine. If we go to grab a hand line or a hose or something like that, we always wear our gloves because sometimes it gets hot in there. Next thing we wear is our helmet. Probably one of our more important things is our helmet we wear. It's very prideful for a firefighter to wear his helmet. It's got a hard shell on there. It's got our names, where we're from, and our position or title. So a helmet is very important to a firefighter. Sometimes whenever they retire or they get a new one, they get to take it home and show their families. And every time that they go to look at their helmet, they get to remember all the cool stories they had, all the fires they fought, or all the cool things they did to help their community or the kids or whoever it might be, and think of their brothers and sisters that they had in their fire team. As you guys saw, I had this mask on. This is a very important mask. This is what hooks up to our air so we can go into fires. In fires, there's smoke, there's the fire, of course, and all these nasty things called carcinogens that we don't like to breathe. So this helps with the air, as you guys heard earlier. That gives air into our mask so we can breathe, so we're not breathing in smoke. Who all sat by a campfire before? Raise your hand. Who has sat by a campfire and breathed in smoke? Raise your hand. Who has sat by a campfire, breathed in the smoke, and didn't like breathing in the smoke? Raise your hand. Me too. That is why we wear these, so that we don't breathe in all that nasty smoke or fumes and things like that. This is our air pack. This is where the air is stored, right here, so we can breathe it. It comes from the pack into this little nozzle thing. We hook this into our mask, and we're able to breathe. Next thing we have is our coat. We've got flashlights in there. Oh, don't want to blind you, sorry. We've got flashlights. Oh, and my helmet too, yeah. And so our coats are layered with a lot of, drew a blank here. Anyway, our coats have a big lining in there so they can protect us from the fire, as well as our pants. Lastly, we have our boots. This actually has a big steel plate in there. So as we're walking through the fire or a house, if there's any nails or any things that's sharp and we step on them, it won't hurt our foot. Very, very important. But that's what kind of one thing that we wanted to talk about with you guys. The main thing is that I know that I look scary with the mask on. I know I'm breathing kind of funny. But if you guys are ever in a situation where you guys are trapped or you can't find someone in a house fire, if you're ever in that situation, and you... What's that, buddy? That's right, yes. Make sure your family has a plan in place to where you guys can go by a tree or you can get out safely and you guys can all meet. But if you're trapped somewhere and you hear that kind of noise and it's a firefighter, you guys get a hold of them and say, I'm right here, get me out of here, okay? Don't be scared of them, we're here to help you guys. Or, that's right, yeah. That's right, all right. All right, guys, thank you very much. Josh, you gonna go ahead and do it now?
So throughout this week, you're gonna have different professionals come up here on stage and talk. So we're the opening, we're firefighters tomorrow. You guys have police officers coming. You have some military members coming. And then you also have teachers coming in. You guys just got out of school, so I don't know if you want to see your teachers, but they're gonna come and talk to you guys. But all of us have one thing in common. We are all here to help you guys and protect you. And so that's what today's lesson's about. There are many times when someone needs help to keep us safe and protect us from harm. God takes care of us by putting people in our lives to protect us, like parents, teachers, or even firefighters. Sometimes God provides miracles to take care of us. But in today's Bible story, we're going to learn about a time when God miraculously took care of some of his followers. So give it up for Chance Break as he talks about our Bible story today.
All right. So we're going to be in the book of Daniel, and we're going to be talking about the fiery furnace. So King Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, did not love God. One day, King Nebuchadnezzar made a tall statue of gold. The king's officials gave a new rule to all the people. He said, whenever you hear the sound of music, fall to your knees and worship God's statue. Then he said, anyone who does not obey this new rule will be thrown into a fiery, hot furnace. So when the music played, everybody in Babylon fell to their knees and worshiped the gold statue. Well, almost everybody. There are 3 men from Judah did not fall on their knees and worship the statue. They worshiped God. They knew God did not want them to worship anyone or anything else. The men were Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Some of the people told the king that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego did not bow down to the statue. The king was angry. He called for Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and said, "If you do not fall on your knees and worship the statue, I will throw you into a very hot, fiery furnace." The 3 friends said, "King, we worship God, and God will save us from the fire, but even if he does not save us, we will not worship the gold statue." Now the king was very sad and mad, and he made the fire even hotter and told some of the soldiers to tie the 3 friends and throw them into that fire. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego fell into the fire, all tied up. All of a sudden, the king stood up. "Didn't we throw 3 men into that fire?" he asked. "Yes, king," his helper said. "Look," the king shouted, "I see 4 men walking in that fire." The friends came out of the fire. They were not burned. They did not smell like smoke. They had not been hurt at all. God was with them, and he had saved them from the fire. The king praised God and made new rule for all the people. Anyone who says anything bad about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, God will punish them. Only God can save people from death. The king gave Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego important jobs in the kingdom. God saved Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego from the fire. Jesus came to save us in an even better way. Jesus died so we wouldn't be punished for our sins. He was punished instead. When we know and love Jesus, Jesus saves us, and we can be with God forever.
Now, Chance said one important thing in there. If you walked up really close to any of us right now, you would smell something. You would smell smoke, because it is bedded in our gear until we wash it. If you're around a campfire the next day, if you didn't shower, you're going to smell like smoke. But they did not smell like smoke when they walked out of that fire. So God protected them to the point that they didn't even smell like smoke. None of their hair on their arms was singed. On many fires, we will come back and sit here and be like, "Man, my knuckle hair's gone because I didn't put my gloves on." All the time, we have singed arm hair, eyebrow hair.
Your mustache?
Mustache hair. Because fire really burns stuff really easily. But yet, these men were untouched. God has incredible powers to protect us. Now, as you could imagine, these men were probably afraid because they were about to maybe meet their fate of death, but they were willing to do that to have faith in God. If you ask any of us up here on stage, have we ever been scared going into a fire? The answer is yes, because it is scary. We don't know what's going to happen when we're inside, but there's one thing that we have. We have each other, just as they had each other in the story. We never work alone. We always have a partner with us, and sometimes there's 3 of us. We always have each other. But there's one other thing, which is the most important thing that you guys need to take from this story. The 4th person in the fire. God. God was with them, and God protected them. You guys have God with you every single day of your lives. And as long as you sit there and ask for God to be there, God is going to be there for you every time. And just like when you call 911, we're going to be there for you every time too. So now, I was told that we have some announcements to come from some of our leaders. So I want you guys to give a hand up for your guys' Rocks director this year, Ann Martin and Jesse Rathburn.
Give them a round of applause one more time. All right, is everybody ready to have a great day? Fantastic. We have some last minute changes. So this is kind of for everybody. Help your adults remember what I'm going to say. Recreation is going to be upstairs in the big gym. All right? So if you're going out for rec, that's going to be upstairs and not outside because it's raining. Aw, it's all right. Maybe tomorrow it won't be, and we'll get to play outside. Okay, if you can hear me, put your hands on your head, because I need your adults to hear me next, okay? This blue sheet has the correct rotation on it, guys. The white piece of paper does not. So we are going to be dismissing you guys out the back. Boys and girls, how many of you brought offering? Raise your hand. You got $1? That's fantastic. That's going to buy us part of a goat. Okay, there are some buckets on the way out the back. Girls on which side?
Girls on this side?
Girls on this side, boys on this side. So where's the girls' bucket? Where's the boys' bucket? Fantastic. There's also, if you're going to crafts over here, there's a couple lovely young ladies with some buckets. Girls, who's the girls' bucket? Girls on this side, boys on that side, same as over here. We planned that. Okay. Anything else? I do believe that's it. Guys, remember to use your pleases and your thank yous. Your adults appreciate it. And we'll see you back here for missions and learn about some goats, okay? 5th and 6th grade, would you please dismiss out the back? No, back there. Boys, recreation is upstairs. Go. Let's see. 3rd and 4th grade, you are going to go to crafts. 3rd grade this side, 4th grade this side.